Facebook is now asking, those of you that use Facebook, do you access it on your phone? I do, typically. Facebook is now asking you for access to your camera roll on your phone, Fast Eddie. I know you're a Facebook guy. That's where you like to argue with your favorite leftists. Now, you also have photos on your phone. So when you spend time on Facebook arguing with your favorite leftist, Facebook also would like to peek in that camera roll because they've got some plans for your photos. How do you feel about that?
I don't like that, only because, I don't like it in general, but, I don't want the Facebook to have access to pictures of my kid, right? That sucks.
Well, what if they can improve it with AI?
Well, thanks for the suggestion, but no.
That's what they want it for, they say. The feature is being suggested to Facebook users when they're creating a new story on the social networking app. A screen pops up and asks if the user will opt into cloud processing to allow creative suggestions. As the pop-up message explains, by clicking Allow, you'll let Facebook generate new ideas from your camera roll, like collages and recaps and AI restylings or photo themes. Facebook says it will upload media from your camera roll to its cloud, meaning its servers, on an ongoing basis based on information like time, location, and themes. Well, see, isn't that nice? It takes that mess of pictures on your phone, and it organizes it and restructures it and creates photo themes and can retouch you to make you look even more handsome. What's your worry about that, Fast Eddie? Anything?
Yeah, just the people in Facebook having AI examine all of my photos. I don't really like that. I think that's pretty awful.
It was interesting at Cigar Night last week. We asked the group how they felt about AI. It was, maybe two-thirds. I wouldn't say it was a 50-50 split. I asked the group who's excited and bullish about AI versus who's got reservations, and it kind of freaks them out a little bit. What would you say? Two-thirds of the room was excited and bullish about AI, about a third not? Or do you think it was more 50-50, Fast Eddie?
I think it was closer to 50-50. Yeah, because there were a good amount of people with reservations about AI that, maybe didn't get to ask about it, but they weren't too fond of it either.
There's stuff about it that makes total sense to me, and then stuff that horrifies me. I'm sure you've seen, if you spend any time on social media, I'm sure you have seen what are clips of people, for instance, doing news, like news anchors standing in the middle of a driving rain. And then they say, this is not real, I'm actually AI. And it looks 100% legit real. I mean, not even close to fake. You would see it and think an actual news item was going on. The person was reporting it live. The scene behind them looks totally real, not in any way pixelated or silly. It looks like a live shot of someone doing a report. That kind of stuff does totally freak me out because we're already so inclined to believe dupes from foreign hackers and foreign ne'er-do-wells. Now, just any old body can get into AI and make you think, and there's a whole population that's going to be vulnerable to it. And here's the other thing. Here's the other, and I know this is true because I've put stories up on social media before that I've seen and taken right off my television. And you know what people say when they don't like it? That's AI. So you know what I mean, Ed? Now nobody will believe anything, and some people will believe everything. But then I guess that's always been true, whether it's digitally manufactured or not. Some people are suckers, and some people are skeptics.
What's funny is this is a tactic that the left, do you remember towards the end of Obama's reign, celebrities were getting involved with showing you how you could be misinformed and how you could be duped by thinking that Barack Obama was saying something that he was not. And so it's funny kind of how the left has come along on this one, this specific issue. Deep fakes was a thing. Remember Pepe Le Pew, our former White House press secretary, one of the dumbest people ever to hold that post, if not the dumbest. Yes, deep fakes was the thing. Everything that we were seeing was not real. It was a deep fake. So the left will now, whenever they're not in power, claim that anything you're seeing that you support is a fake. Any criticism of them is a fake. Any video where they're caught doing anything will be a fake. And because AI looks so authentic these days, there will be plausible deniability, won't there? Always. If somebody's caught on video doing something,
You can just say, or even audio. Yeah, I mean, they can recreate my voice now to sound exactly like me sitting here, and you wouldn't know that I wasn't here. Now people can claim, I didn't say that. That was AI. I wasn't there. That was AI. I don't know. Where does that take us? I mean, walk that out. On that side of it, I go with the 50% in the room who say they have their misgivings. Now, here's where I'm incredibly excited. I think all of the bureaucratic, red tape, nightmarish, nonsensical things that we do, for instance, that involve, I don't know, everything from filing your taxes to legal stuff to your health, consolidating your health information. You know, you go see 50 different doctors, you move a couple of times in your life, and you're like, well, I don't know, that doctor said this, that doctor said that. Wouldn't it be wonderful to be able to consolidate that stuff in a way that's streamlined, that doctors can see your whole health history quickly? I like the speed and the availability of information, succinctly put, so that everybody can access it quickly. I think that's a wonderful development. So, I don't know. Facebook says they want to get into your photos, though, so that they can start improving them right now. So there's that. New Texas law requires insurers to cover detransition costs. I like this a lot. Texas is set to require health insurance companies to cover medical costs associated with gender detransitioning. You follow? Effective September 1st, Texas lawmakers created a law that insurers have to cover detransitioning if the insurance policy covers transitioning. As if you even could. Like our friend Ollie London, who went through the transitioning process trying to make himself a woman, and then years later totally regretted it, went through extensive, became addicted to surgery, and now has been spending years and years trying to climb back out of the hole of being transitioned into a woman. He's now spending a fortune trying to undo all that he did. He's now an evangelical Christian. He's a remarkable story, actually, and one of those cautionary tales of why you shouldn't butcher minor children. But I love that Texas basically said, all right, insurance companies, if you're going to pay for people to do this Frankenstein's butchery on themselves, someday down the road when they learn to regret it, or they learn what a mistake it was, you're going to have to pay to undo it all. I like that a lot. That's going to make people stop and consider, is this a good idea? Gas prices have hit a 4-year low. I led the show with people feeling very, very good economically. Market closed on an all-time high on Friday. And now, on top of all this, gas prices for the summer have hit a 4-year low, even with tensions in the Middle East. Yeah. Even with that, a ceasefire now already. I mean, who would have, if you'd said, we're going to bomb the excrement out of Iran's nuclear sites, and oil not only won't jump, it will drop, I would have bet against that every day. And yet here we are. Despite the tensions in the Middle East, they write, prices on oil have remained steady. Petroleum futures spiked briefly, but it was tamped down within the next few days. That's a tremendous bit of news as well. The economy roaring, border security happening, big beautiful bill and your tax cuts on the way. This is going to be a great 4th of July, any way you slice it.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.
It's Chris Stigall, and you're watching The Answer Now TV.